Hello and welcome back to Isimo Podcast, the podcast called Isimo. My name is Gerardo Alarcon, and I want to say thank you to all the subscribers that we've had so far. I'm joined here with
Dominic Angel
and
Ryan Reyes. And
we are all very thankful for everyone that has liked, viewed, and subscribed to the videos or the, whatever this is called, channel.
Channel,
yeah. Killing it, dude. Yeah. Do you guys want to say thank you really quick?
Sorry, de channel.
Do you want to say thanks?
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, thanks. Like, it's been fucking amazing, like, the response that we got. We really appreciate all your guys' support, and thanks everybody that has liked and subscribed so far. And if you haven't, do that maybe and stick around, and it only gets better from here.
And also, leave a comment. We got fucking 40 comments on the last
thanks for
video,
all your
dude.
comments.
That's so crazy. And we've been responding to them. It's been me and Dom for the most part. We had to teach Ryan how to log into YouTube.
I'm trying my best.
You've been waiting to say that.
He's only good on TikTok. Like, blowing up over there, 20,000 followers.
20,000 and growing, fool. 21,000, I bet by now, fool. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, the podcast is available audio only now. So you can listen to this while you're working or whatever on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. This is probably where you're listening to it already. Some people have already found it.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. You guys are great.
That's it. I mean, we're Isimo. We're still trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing here. And we started an Instagram. There we go. We started an Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram.
It's ISIMOPOD, Isimo Pod, with an @ symbol before it, technically. But if you follow me and Dom or Ryan on Instagram, you'll be able to find the Isimo Pod. I'm sure we'll share about it a lot.
Yeah. Also, little last bit of housekeeping. I just want to give a shout out and thank you to Jose Cruz Jr., who fucking made our new theme song, the intro and the outro. It's fucking incredible. I hope you guys like it. Like, I when we showed it to everybody, like, it blew our fucking mind. Like, Jose is the dopest, like, one of the dopest musicians ever. He is in a band called Twin Seas that we'll link below, and he works for True Sound Recording in Inglewood. So if you're a musician out there and looking for studio time, drop them a fucking follow and check them out.
In the future we will be linking more Latino artists with our audience. But for today's episode, me and Dom worked on something together. Dom was the director and I was the lighting guy, also camera work, on a live recording of Chola Orange, which is a great band. Plays a lot of like Zapp and Roger type music.
If you're into like E-Funk, like Parliament, Zapp and Roger, what's that other guy's name?
I don't know.
Oh, I forget his name.
Chola Orange.
But
yeah. But yeah, they're a sick ass band. We did a live performance for them, or live. We didn't perform for them, but we did a live video recording for them. I lit it. Dom directed it. It's on the True Sound
Recording on their Instagram. They have the full live session, so you can check it out there. We're trying to get them some more traction and get all the their views and attention out there.
But anyways, other than that, I think that knocked out, I don't know how long that took, but we knocked out all the things we want to talk about up front here, because this is a new experience for us, dude.
Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I know we said that before, but I'm saying it again, please.
Again,
please.
Like and subscribe.
It really helps us.
Oh, Ryan, isn't there something you wanted to say at the top?
Yeah. I lost 20 pounds.
What?
Oh, hell yeah.
No way, for reals?
Yeah, over the last month.
Oh shit. How did you do it?
Walking, limited my diet, and I'm like on supplements.
I have yet to lose weight. I've been on this I think for a year and a half now, I've been trying to lose weight. I haven't lost a single pound. I have fluctuated, but I have not lost any.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I was down in the quarantine. I got down to 160. I'm at like 180. I'm back up to like 180 right now. And I think I just lost it because of depression. And then when I got happy, I started gaining weight, and then that made me sad again.
I know. I was looking at your freaking your TikTok stand-up clips, and you look pretty chunky in them, dude.
Yeah, you forget how you look when time passes. And then I was like, because before I thought I was like pretty thin, and then looking back, I was like, oh shit, I was getting up there. Not that there's anything wrong with
Dom, you really let yourself go.
Today we watched a movie called Güeros. My mom told me yesterday it's not Güeros because there's not 2 R's, there's just 1 R, so it's Güeros.
Yeah, that's ghetto, isn't it?
Ghetto.
I thought that was a term.
No, guerra is like war.
Yeah.
But Güeros is just 1 R. You don't really roll the R when it's just one.
Okay.
So I'm teaching these guys Spanish. It's
Hell
like
yeah,
the
dude.
blind leading the blind here, and you guys are both fucking blind. Too.
We are actually.
blind as
I'm
fuck.
legally blind to one of my eyes.
Me too.
I don't know which one though.
It's in the genes, I think.
Did you guys ever see that Cops clip where the guy said, "I'm legally blind"?
No.
No, he's like POP all day, baby.
P.O.P.
You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what are you talking about.
He's like rapping his gang POP. It's a little kid,
Oh.
and he drove a car. I guess he went like joyriding, and he goes POP to the day I die. I'm legally blind, man. I'll show you the guys. I'll show you the clip.
I will
later.
be right back.
We'll be right back. We're gonna show these clips. Anyways, so we watched this movie called Güeros.
On Canopy. Which is free to everybody, by the way.
It's
You
not
gotta get a
free. It takes a
library
little bit
card.
of your time to make a library card.
How much time did it take?
A little bit of it.
a
So
little bit?
I was accurate when I said a little bit of it. Yeah.
I mean,
Too
but
much
you said it
time.
in a way that makes people think you shouldn't get it. But I think you should get it.
The only thing it takes from you is a little bit of dignity and time. But you have to get an online library card. I'm just kidding. It doesn't take dignity. I was just making a joke. But you look like you were very bad.
I don't understand why you guys don't like to read.
I don't. I like reading, but I
I'm
like when
blind.
people do.
Just explain that.
Yeah, I'm legally blind.
Because the first time I saw it, I was just watching it because I'm trying to learn more about like Mexican filmmakers. And like this is made by Alfonso Ruiz Palacios, who pretty dope filmmaker. Like I love this fucking movie. He also put out a movie called Al Museo, which I haven't seen yet, which stars Gael Garcia Bernal. And who's his best friend?
Who?
Garcia Bernal. He has the best friend.
I don't
It's
know.
Diego Luna, I think.
Oh,
Our
what?
favorite guy. We love Diego
Or
Luna in this house.
Ryan's favorite is Michael Pena.
Well,
He's dope.
Yeah. With the whole debate between Michael Pena and Diego Luna is more of a serious actor. You say yes?
Yes.
Eh.
What the fuck, Michael Pena stan over here, dude?
It's a fact.
Michael Pena is a more comedic Mexican actor.
He comes from comedy,
Yes.
right? But I mean, I haven't seen any of his dramatic roles, so I can't really comment.
I've seen
on
all of his dramatic roles.
Well, that's where this argument comes to a head, you see. Diego Luna and Michael Pena were both in Narcos. I feel like Diego Luna, his one role where he played funny, he was funnier than Michael Pena in any role
What
that
was
he
he
played
in?
funny. He was in Casa de mi
it. I
Padre.
didn't see that.
Oh, why not? Did you not watch it because you thought it would be like discriminatory towards Mexicans?
No, actually, because it came out when I was in high school, so I was like, hell yeah, this would be fucking funny. Like, it's in Spanish, like they're making fun of Mexicans. That's how I used to think.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I just never got around to it.
Well, I think today's theme, without us even knowing, is kind of film.
Yeah.
You know?
Mexican movies.
Without them knowing.
Or just any movie.
But yeah, so let's continue on this film track here. And I know Ryan has some stuff to say about this later, but what is your problem with Mexican films that are all in Spanish?
I don't have, okay, so I was just thinking about this today on the way here. I don't have a problem, so
Yeah.
don't put it like that.
You have a problem.
I don't have a problem with Mexico. But there's like so many like Mexican filmmakers, like movies that I haven't seen, like Y Tu Mami También and Amores Perros. But there's a lot of like filmmakers and movies that people have thrown out, like that are like, these are classic Mexican cinema.
Yeah.
And like last year, I was like trying to research all this stuff. And I think the reason why I haven't seen as many movies in Spanish is out of embarrassment. Because I don't speak Spanish.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
it's stupid because it's not because I have to read subtitles. It's because when I watch movies that are in Spanish, I think I should know this. Like I should know, I shouldn't have to read subtitles. Like it's different if I watch a movie that's like in French or in Japanese or Korean.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's no reason for me to know any of these languages. So it's like I just pick it up. Like I have no problem reading the dubs. But like with Spanish, anything that's in Spanish, that's why I haven't seen fucking Narcos.
Really?
Because it's in Spanish. And I'm just like, it's embarrassed. Like I feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
But I'm breaking out of that. I'm like, I'm starting to watch that stuff more.
But I feel films, at least in American culture, Mexicans are portrayed in a certain way.
Like we should not judge a book by its cover or something.
Yeah.
Which I've never understood that metaphor because, like, how do you know? That's how you pick the book.
Well, we're trying to say Michael Pena is good. So are you,
I know,
are you
that's
on
why it's a
board with
bad
it?
metaphor.
Okay, well, name a better metaphor then. Jeez, it's just a phrase that came around.
Don't judge a food by its name.
Don't judge a food by its name?
Yeah, like stroganoff. That's pretty good. But it sounds gross, doesn't it?
That's just in another language.
Yes. Stroganoff is beef, right?
Beef stroganoff. It's like a stew or something.
Okay.
How often have you had it?
Once.
Because it was gross. Anyways.
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, I just haven't had like the opportunity to have it made for me. I gotta speak into the mic.
Why are you speaking so softly?
Yeah.
Because it's how I talk. It's my voice. Why are you speaking so nerdy?
Because we're doing a podcast. And I learned from the last episode that my voice is boring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you get over that fast.
Yeah.
My voice is pretty boring, too. But
feel-
I just add color to it.
I like my voice.
Well, not all of us are
What about
perfect
you
and don't
guys?
have insecurities, okay?
Let us know in the comments whose voice is better.
Yeah, whose voice is better, and it can't be Ryan's because he already loves his voice, and it can't be Dom's because he already hates his
You
voice.
son
So,
of a bitch.
yeah. I used Dom's line.
You used my joke.
Go
that
ahead
I
and
was
tell
saving for...
Oh, you want to save it?
Well, not no more,
Okay, use it now. Use it now.
I guess.
It's so good. I had to. You shouldn't tell anyone your jokes, dude.
Why?
You should
Then
just
why-
take your TikTok down.
I didn't know that I was doing a podcast with Carlos Mencia. Fuck.
Fuck.
The joke.
He's not Mexican, dude.
He's Mexican when he's in Los Angeles. In New York, he's Puerto Rican. And
Oh, you
in
mean
Florida,
that?
he's Cuban.
I love that. That's like my favorite part of that video Rogan release is when he's like, "Oh, you mean Ned?" I love it.
Yeah. Anyways, what are you saying?
Anyway, the joke that he already said, and you're fucking spoiled, was that
Spoiler.
comment who you think is the most handsome, but you can't say Ryan because that's the most obvious he's going to win. It's too easy of a win for us. And you can't say Gerardo because he has a girlfriend and that'll make her mad. So vote who you like better with the options provided.
What other movies have you guys seen that have Mexican actors in them?
Spy Kids.
Damn, I was going to say Beautiful, but that fucking has Javier Bardem.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say
Antonio Banderas is white, dude. I know you guys don't want to hear it, but that fool's Spanish, so he's white.
Antonio Banderas is Spanish, dude.
Yeah, controversial opinion, but Antonio Banderas is fucking white, so you guys need to stop casting him as Mexicans in movies.
Yeah.
Also, the actor that played Cantinflas in his biopic, also Spanish. And these people think that they can just get away with it.
Yeah,
They're trying to
fucking
cast
colonizers, dude.
They're trying to cast Javier Bardem as Ricky Ricardo in the upcoming biopic.
Well, Ricky Ricardo is Cuban, though, right?
Yeah, are they white? They claim it. Some people.
Well, skin tone wise, they're white. What else about film?
I mean, I just saw La Bamba in the theater, and it was a pretty cool experience to see that. Like, that's another one of those, like, watching movies like that, and what's the Blood? Is it Blood? No, American Me. Like, movies like that are, like, they're kind of classics in, like, Mexican-American, like, families. They're, like, mainstays. But they're also, like, super cheesy. Selena.
Oh,
like,
Selena.
Yeah.
Selena, foo.
Okay.
Anything for Salinas, foo.
But they're like super cheap. Like watching La Bamba was fucking dope because I got to have like a theater experience of like seeing it on the big screen and like fucking seeing Bob up there like tear it up.
Yeah, you know which one I never seen before and I watched when I got Corona? Mi Familia, dude. Have you seen that?
No.
Bro, Mi Familia is a sick ass movie.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen that. I feel like I have.
That's the one, it has Edward James Olmos and Jennifer Lopez, right?
I think J-Lo's in it. But yeah,
Because the fun fact is that like in Selena, he played the dad, and then in Mi Familia, she played the mom of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a whole timeline thing. So like he's older, and then it goes back to his whole life.
Oh.
So yeah, she does technically play the mom.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like she was old.
Was he in jail in that movie?
At one time, I believe they were in jail.
I've seen that movie. My mom showed it to me.
It's a great movie. Mi Familia.
I was like 6 though, so I don't remember a lot of it.
Yeah, it's pretty tight. And then like it's just like a bunch of different characters. So it's not like really one character study. It's just like a family.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mi Familia.
I think there was a thing about those movies because about like that time period of when like there was a lot of Chicano movies being made of like they were like over the top or like I don't know, like I love them because like they're part of my childhood and I'm so closely tied to them. But I was watching La Bamba and I'm like, man, this movie is fucking cheeseball. Like it's so cheesy, it's so campy, like but it's so like it still makes me feel good. But it's like I feel like it has to do with like one, I think there's like a they're an influence from novellas, like that style of just like being dramatic and like being very ultra cinematic. But I also think like I don't know. I listened to this talk once where they said that like in the United States, so like if you go to Mexico and you want to put out a record, they put in all the same production value in that record that they would put in the United States for any pop star, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, the movie industry, if you try to make a Mexican movie or a Latin movie in the United States, they don't put the same amount of production value into their film and TV. So it's like, I feel like they're not letting them like do things well.
It definitely has the vibe of like us doing anything is us trying. Like the fact that it's being made in the first place. And so it's like...
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like we make great stuff too. Meaning Latinos make great stuff. You know, I forget what I was trying to think of this argument that we had got into, or me and Miguel, or me and you had got into before, about statistics. And like statistically, you know, white males from age 18 to 32 go to the fucking movie theater, and like they don't want to watch the story of Cesar Chavez or whatever.
Oh, we said that last time too.
Yeah, I used to work for a test screening company.
Oh, it was you then.
Yeah,
yes.
I used to work for a test screening company.
I was there.
And they so before a movie gets made, they run it through a test audience, and you get it for free. But the catch is like you have to sit there at the end and fill out a survey, and that's how like they try to make the movie the best for the lowest common denominator. But a big part of that is they only want white people. They only want white men ages 18 to 35. Like that's their biggest demographic. And then some black people, some Asian. But the one that they want the least is Mexicans. They don't give a fuck about Mexicans because they said that Mexicans don't. One, there was two things that I heard is that they don't go to the movies. They don't buy tickets to movies. They buy bootleg DVDs. That's literally what they said, was that Mexicans buy bootlegs. And the other thing that they said that I've heard is that Mexicans make up their given percentage of movie ticket purchases. And so they found that like they make up something like 16%, and that it doesn't go up significantly whether or not they feature Mexicans or like whatever. Like they just go to everything. They go to black movies and they go to white movies.
But what the fuck? Where are they getting these statistics from? Because when I go to a movie theater, nobody's asking me, "Are you Mexican, Latino, or white, or black, or Asian?" It's all done American?
In the face. They literally just like eyeball you. Yeah, because they're not allowed. They're not allowed. The worker's not allowed to say anything.
Yeah, but also like they're all anything like.
I think it has to do with neighborhoods.
Anything given statistic though too is like the name on a sheet of paper. Like if anything they could take away from it.
Yeah. And
if my name is Tommy, you're not gonna think I'm Mexican, dude. You're gonna think that I'm fucking white. You know.
My name's Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also it's a gross way to just make stuff for a white audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
if you have the solution before you have the statistics, then the statistic is going to match whatever you want to happen. And also, what year are they getting these statistics from? Is it like a continuous thing?
It's like a self-perpetuating cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
I know big words too.
Okay. I think that more than it being statistics I don't think it's statistics to show that what they're doing is right. I think that statistics to justify that they don't have to change. Like they're doing it just so that they can say, well, look, if more Mexicans went to the movies, like then we would do it. But I think that they just come up with these statistics to help. It's also like they keep just making white shit, and like how do you know that it's? They say audiences don't want to see that. Well, it's because you don't make it. Like they're unfamiliar with it. Like they don't do well in the box office. It's just because when you make them, you underfund them, and you limit their releases, so not a lot of people get them, are able to see them, and like it fucks up the opportunities. For
really at this point, all they're doing is like they're not even checking anymore. They're just making sure that the people that are buying continue to buy. Like they don't want to put the effort into changing it because they know that they already can rely on someone else.
Exactly. It's like an untapped audience in essence. It's like if Mexicans are not buying stuff, then make something for them to buy, and then now you have a broader audience. Make it good enough for a white audience to like it.
Yeah, this is something I like went into, I think, in one of our practice sessions, because a similar thing happens with comic books, and like that's why instead of just making new characters, they change current characters in like alternate universes. So it's like, what if Superman was black? What if the Hulk was Asian? And then like if people like it enough, they keep it, or they come up with something similar. And if they don't, then they cut it. But the problem is it's also like on the side of the consumer, where it's like people are so resistant from letting other people have a chance that they force the cycle to continue on their end as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's infuriating. I'm getting mad while we're talking right now.
Yeah.
Well, it is upsetting. Like it's upsetting because this is all real stuff. Like, and they justify it. And that there's a thing that just came out that like a month ago that said like that people want to see like more people of color. They want to see more black characters and more brown characters, and that they're actually losing something like $40 billion a year in profits, like the industry as a whole. Because they're like not fucking.
Also, I want to preface too. This is not a preface because we've been talking about this probably for like 10 minutes, but we're not like professionals. We're not like, professional movie reviewers or film. We probably are professional film goers. I watch movies all the time, especially here with streaming services and whatnot. But we don't have the answers or anything. But now after I said that, I have a presumption that and I believe it's true that a lot of these executives of movie companies are white, and to them, they don't want to see anything Mexican. They don't really want to see blacks make it. It's just like high class society calling a lower class a gringo, it's like, or the el güero, like thinking that we have nothing to make, they know best. That's why they're in this position when really like the system had allowed them to be in that position in the first place.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Is like they think that they have some inherent knowledge, that they know better, that the system is tried and true, and this is what works, and like you can't like deviate from it. That's the word. It's crazy. It's fucked up, and it's like it's so wild how many white people think this way, even if they don't realize it. Like even if they don't feel racist or they think that they're not. Like I've talked to so many like good-natured people that just like it doesn't click like how racist systems are.
Yeah, and also, sorry, do you want to say something, Ryan?
He hasn't talked a lot. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's something that you can see in a lot of like not just cinema, like generally in like everything, to reference something more personal to me. And some people, regardless of who you follow, might have come across this on TikTok. There was a charity being put together for autistic people and autistic creators, and it was benefiting a charity. It was a benefit, and the charity that was linked to it was a charity that's been known in the community for stealing material from BIPOC creators, which is, for anyone who doesn't know, I believe it's Black Indigenous people of color.
People of character.
People of character.
People of color.
Just nice
I'm a person of character.
Nice, wholesome people. No. I mean, they are. Just give us a chance.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Make an executive out of us.
No, but yeah, like, one, a lot of people were protesting the fact that they took this person's content, and this person was like, this person, tried to suck it up. They were like, I'd rather just, if it benefits all of us, just like not make a big deal of it as long as the event can still happen. And that was like, going back to like what Dom was saying, that's what a lot of the white creators that were involved used as an excuse to like not listen to the people that were complaining, because other BIPOC creators were saying, well, yeah, but like this could have been any of us. And the problem is that it could have been any of us, that it didn't matter who it was a person of color, and that's the issue.
Yeah, and it's like in every industry or any facet of something, there's like white people leeching off of people of color.
And not even that, but it also led to like other arguments that they were having, that they're like, there's not enough representation in this event. You guys are kind of only representing the autistic point of view of white people. And like some person not protested, but like insisted on asking some people to like switch spots with them. And the creators that were going to be, it was a giant live stream. I should mention the event was a giant live stream amongst autistic creators.
That was going to feature a bunch of prominent autistic.
And almost all, I believe all of the creators they were using were white creators, and none of them wanted to give up their spot. And in the comment, almost every one of them in the comments to come afterward in the response videos were like, we didn't know that it was actually BIPOC creators. We just thought it was other white people complaining. It's like, that's the problem. It's like, you thought that because you weren't looking to see if we were actually complaining, you know, because it didn't matter to you. All you were focused on is someone was trying to take away something you wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I get it. Everyone wants that opportunity, but it's also like, if this is supposed to be representative of the community, it should represent the community, which includes BIPOC creators. And that's why it's like, that's this thing that we're talking about that started with cinema is like, it's in everything.
Yeah. And also I want to say one of the arguments against what we're saying now is that the best director for the last 3 years before the Parasite director, Bai Ho Young, or what is his name?
Fuck.
You know, we know who, like the director of Parasite.
Yeah.
The first 3 years before that was Guillermo del Toro, Alfonso Cuarón twice, right? But Alfonso, sorry, what?
Iñárritu, Alejandro.
Oh yeah. Alfonso Iñárritu, I think. Alejandro Iñárritu.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Mexican guy.
You know.
Yeah, you know. Anyways, the first 3 years before the Parasite director won, it was a Mexican director that won 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
But not one of those films was a film about Mexican experience. It was a Mexican director creating cinema, but it was filmed like The Revenant, The Shape of Water, and then the other one, I forget.
There was The Shape of Water, Gravity, Children of Men. Gravity won Best Picture.
No, but Best Director.
Oh, Best Director, I mean.
Yeah. And that Gravity was 2012 or 2013.
I don't know. I just remember there was a year. I think we're talking about the same thing. I'm getting my stuff mixed up.
But I'm talking about the best director. Like, this is an achievement by one person that happened to be Mexican 3 years in a row, which is a great thing. But they weren't making films that were about a Mexican experience, something that they could speak
it was
true
about
to.
white people for white people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is not their fault. They're playing the game. I'm not saying anything about it. But they're not given, they are obviously given a budget for a certain film that they can make, but they're not allowed. I don't know if they want to make Mexican experience films. Maybe they know that they don't sell. Maybe there's like a secret that we don't know.
I don't know. I don't think that way because, or I don't think that they don't want, I don't think that they are doing it because they know, but this is my hypothesis, is that as people from outside the United States work really hard at their craft to become the best at what they do, and then you come to America once you've made it to show who you really are. And I think that they put out these like amazing movies, and they reached a level of filmmaking that there's this idea that once you're able to work with these Hollywood actors, with these white actors, that somehow you've made it. Like somehow you've reached a tier of success that you don't have to work with Mexicans anymore. Like I think I don't think it's conscious. I think it's subconscious of like, that's how you know you have success when you work with fucking, what's her name? Sandra Bullock. And when you work with all these people, Leo. Yeah. It's like, it's fucked up. Like I think that it's something that is internalized that, and again, I'm not saying, I don't know. I don't want to project on them because I could be way off, but I feel like there's a projection of like, we have to prove that we're good enough. So we have to make these movies kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I can definitely see that. Like there's definitely the people that either they pander to, the group that they're trying to be a part of, or they just give up on it. Like, not Hispanic, but I feel is relevant, is Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
As far as like movies he directs, movies he's involved in, it's kind of a decision that was made on both sides, but basically like, except for acting, he doesn't like working in America. He doesn't like making his own movies in America because they won't give him the freedom to do what he wants, how he wants and stuff. Like, and so people are always like, well, what happened to Jackie Chan? It's like, he's doing awesome and he's making everywhere else. Yeah. He has like an entire movie series that most Americans don't even know about, but it's like a huge franchise. It's like I wouldn't say it's like China's Fast and Furious, but it's like they have like 7 installations.
That's called Rush Hour.
I think it's called Super Cop, something like it's like translates to Super Cop.
The cop who can't be stopped.
Yeah, like that's the movie.
Yeah, I know.
It's a whole franchise in China. It's insane. I've seen like 6 of them. They're all long though.
But yeah, it's the thing of like, I think that the industry, maybe it is a little bit of like they're not allowed to. I think the industry sees them that, hey, they're able to handle these kinds of movies, but only if we like
within a certain parameter.
Within the parameters, like you're still not allowed to like. It's like the industry sees like, oh, okay, you're good enough to make our movies, but we don't want to make your movies anymore. We've moved past that. So maybe it isn't so much, but also I don't know if they're fighting for it. Like,
and the cherry on top of all this whole argument is that Hollywood is based in Los Angeles, which is based in Southern California, which is predominantly Latino or Mexican, if you will.
Yeah,
it's 67% of the local population, and we represent less than 2% of like art or like media representation.
Exactly.
And so if you want to make white stuff, then go the fuck somewhere else and give us what you made of Hollywood and let us take over.
Yeah. And I don't want
to get out of our space if you want to not use us as people, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go.
No, I was going to say go back to a white space.
Yeah.
But I was going to say don't go back to like fucking like Wisconsin. Like that's what people would say because that's native land. Go back to Europe. Get the fuck out of my house. Go back to England.
Go back to fucking Wisconsin, dude. I don't give a shit. My tribe was from Mexico. My indigenous tribe was from Mexico, so it's not my land.
Yeah. It's fucking nuts. I don't know. And it's so crazy because it's like, I just had this thought the other day. I was like listening to different music and like, I don't know. I was listening to this band, this artist called Dante Elefante, and he's from Santa Barbara. He's super dope. And he's, I don't know what exactly it is. He's Latino, but the whole thing is like, he makes super dope music. And I was like, man, it's so dope that like anything that I ever used to love when I was in high school, I gravitated towards white art. And like, it's so dope that now everything that I ever used to love is done better by brown people. Like, I don't know. We're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like brown people fucking are the best.
We invented toilet paper. Fucking.
I mean, look at the passion in my voice right now, dude. We're the most passionate people of all time. And when it comes to making something dramatic, we're comedians, okay? Let's just face it, right?
Yeah.
So as comedians, the one thing I hate is fucking comedy that sounds like you're sitting on a couch where you have no, like, I'm making you guys laugh. We are sitting on couches right now, yes, but.
I was going to say, like, are we cutting out all of my jokes now?
That's kind of the point of our show.
My whole thing is like, you know, the whole point I'm trying to make is like, no fucking emphasis in your voice, no character to what you're saying.
That's
when you're on stage and you're saying like, I went to the Star yesterday.
Yeah, like that's the character. Like.
Yeah, you can argue that that's a character, but I don't give a fuck about that person. As far as like a dramatic sense is concerned, like
you're talking about how
when
like
a comedian is on stage and they're telling a joke, I want to see a spectacle. I don't want to see another fucking person, dude. I want to see something spectacular. I don't want to see
it's a performance art.
Exactly, it's performance. I want to see you showcase yourself. I don't want to see what you're like all the fucking time, dude. And when I go on stage, that's not who I am in person, you know?
Yeah.
Or even on this podcast, I'm a different person on stage, but that's because I am showcasing my ability to perform, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if Leonardo DiCaprio wants to be idolized, but he is, you know?
Yeah.
He's given that right. He was taken as a kid and fucking put on the screen, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And none of us are given that. We have to work harder than anyone else to get it.
Yeah, it's so crazy. And I think I don't want to get into like
get into it, dude.
No, I mean like I don't want to frame it in like in a negative way, but I feel like Mexicans are like Latinos specifically, you know, like the way that we're treated in the United States is like we're the most un-American. Yeah. Like across the board from any demographic, we are for whatever reason the most
the face of immigration.
Yeah, the face of immigration. Like it's crazy. I think like you know the way that white people feel. I'm not saying that this is the way that things are. Like there's truth to this. I think that this is how white people think. Is like American history is white people and black people, and that's what they see. And when it's crazy because when we push for diversity, like Hollywood thinks like okay, let's give them 2 black characters instead of 1. Like they think like It's I remember there was a time when like SNL, like they were complaining about all the SNL featured characters were all white people, and they were specifically calling for black women. Like that was the call to action, was like more black women on the show, which I agree with. I think there needs to be more black women, but I thought it was interesting that at the time the show was on for 30 years, Melissa Villaseñor hadn't been cast and Bowen Yang hadn't been cast.
Yeah.
The only people of color are the only like non-black people, I think, of people of color were like, there was 3 or 4 people.
Horacio Sanz.
Yeah.
Who else?
Fred Armisen is
Fred
half.
Armisen.
Nassim-
Horacio Sanz is not Mexican, or?
No, he is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He is. Him, Fred Armisen, Nassim Pedrad.
Right.
All white-looking people.
Is Jenny Slate?
Jenny Slate is Jewish.
Right.
All güeros. I'm just kidding.
And then I don't know that much further back. I'm sure there was 1 or 2. But it's like in the 30 years that the show was on, now it's like coming up on 40 years or something. Like they haven't had any Asian people, any East Asian people. They hadn't had any like brown looking Latinos. And like I love Melissa Villaseñor. She's one of my favorite comedians. Like she's super funny and like I love her stuff. But it's like I feel like going with her. Not that she deserves every bit that she has, but it's like it felt like SNL throwing people a bone, kind of a thing. I don't know. I hate saying that because I feel like it.
And the only reason why it matters, it's like a huge conversation right now with the whole Elon Musk thing, right?
Yeah.
The only reason why it matters right now is because SNL moves our culture, just like Chappelle's Show moved culture, you know?
Yeah.
And Chappelle's Show didn't really, have any prominent Latino characters, but
dude, I was watching that show. I was rewatching it, and I was like, "Why does he just enjoy making fun of Mexicans?" Like,
yeah.
Like, what the hell was that? Like, that was crazy.
I don't remember if this was before or after Dave Chappelle, but I think John Leguizamo has a story about that, of like trying to make like Mad TV, but it's all Mexican.
Yeah,
it's
he
all
had
Latino
it.
people, and then like they saw one person who they perceived as like, oh, this is what they're gonna do. We don't want this, and they cut the whole program. Like they
shot 6 episodes.
The story I think is like making fun of like he brought his cousin or something, and they saw how his cousin was, and like, oh, if this is what the show's gonna be, we don't want this. And that's like his joke, is blaming the cousin, but you know, you hear that and it's like, why not? You know, if it's worked before for other people, it's like, why not just let them try it?
Yeah.
Money fucks everything, dude.
Hollywood loves white Latinos, because it gives them an opportunity to cast somebody with a brown sounding name, but they get the white appeal. So it's like it's easier on the eye. Like it's easier for people to get on board.
Yeah,
like it's fucking wild.
I've even like, I don't know, I don't think it happens too often, but it's like they even try to justify when people have gum that were like white passing, and we did give you guys like. And they'll list people like Christina Aguilera or like Cameron Diaz, and it's like,
dude, Cameron Diaz. I only heard about Cameron. I always wondered why her last name was Diaz, and I only found out that she's Cuban. Yeah, she's part Cuban, like she's like mixed, right? Like her dad's Cuban, but like I saw this thing that somebody posted, like "Happy birthday to Cameron Diaz," and she was like, "I bring my experience as a Latina woman." To every role that I play, and I'm like, Charlie's Angels,
right?
Like,
okay, Mary,
okay, like. It wasn't there something about Maria? Like,
Charlie's Angels.
Like, it's so wild. And then I feel like it
wasn't
like
Chapo's Angels, dude.
Chapo's Angels. But yeah, I feel like it's now acceptable, because I feel like Latinos were really the last ones to get the opportunity to shine. Like, for some reason, we're always pushed down, and I feel like now it's like politically convenient for people to like step out and say like, actually, I'm Latino. I never heard anything about like Cameron Diaz being Cuban, ever.
Because they probably told her not to bring it up.
Yeah, it's gross. I don't like talking about behind room, closed doors conversations.
It's even like,
because those are very speculative. It's very conspiratorial, but. Bro, where there's smoke, there's fucking fire, dude.
And I mean, whether or not it was her decision, it's like, look, I'm not talking about her as a person. I'm not saying whether or not she's a good person or whatever. And there's no hate to her, but I'm saying there's privilege in like being able to hide that. Like Jennifer Lopez, got to where she is being brown. Like, and Cameron Diaz didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
That it is what it is. Like, the fact that whether or not they told her or it was her choice, or like people, I remember I have a friend who's light skinned, and his middle name is Patrick and his last name is like Garcia, and I was like, oh dude, you should change your name to blank Patrick, and he's like, I don't want to do that. He's like, I was like, you'll get more roles. This was like 5 or 6 years ago. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. He's like, if I'm going to make it, I'm going to make it with my last name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I get it. Now it's like, fuck yeah, dude. Like,
yeah.
Don't.
Well, out of everyone here, my name is Gerardo Larcon.
Yeah.
And it is crazy how much fucking, I guess, I don't know a better word for hate other than hate that I get on a daily basis for my fucking name, dude.
Hate from who?
I'm telling you, like on a daily basis, I can't even tell you like one. Dude, my name is Gerardo Larcon.
Yeah.
People act like they never heard of the word Gerardo before, you know? Yeah. And my last name is just like, oh, and that too, you know, kind of thing. Like,
they get mad that they have to pronounce your name.
Yeah, right? I mean,
your Starbucks.
Whenever I'm on a comedy show, my name's always spelled wrong. And it's like, there's so many fucking ways you can get my name right. Like where you get my name from in the first place.
By reading it?
You read it off of my Instagram page or my Facebook page, whatever you read it off of. Yeah. The full name is fucking there, dude. And it's correct, you know? Get my shit right, dude. You know, like I make a joke about Jerry Con, you know, like my nick or, you know, stage name being Jerry Con. But fuck stage names, dude. Like my grandpa survived with that name. Like we've made it this far. And it is a weird thing about survival where it's like this name has survived for so long. And at every turn, it feels like people try to kill it by just misspelling it. Yeah. And maybe that's an extreme way of putting it.
I mean, no, I can understand the feeling behind it.
Yeah, people like resonate with it. Honestly, literally like the last week or so, a bunch of my comments on, I forget which joke it was, but they're all like, hey, that's my last name. And they're like genuinely excited that someone is getting this popular on this app.
Yeah.
Who's Hispanic.
Oh, Reyes.
Yeah.
Our last name, somebody said my last name is Reyes too. Like, oh my God.
Which is like a dope last name. Doesn't it mean royalty or something?
It's a common last name. It means kings.
Rey.
King.
Yeah,
I like
it. Kings.
I like it so much.
What's it called?
No sabo.
I mean, with me, dude, every time I see a follower named Gerardo, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. Dude. I get a lot of those people that just are just my name following me on TikTok.
Because there's what is it called? Like a brotherhood?
There's
or
a
like
kinship, dude.
A kinship.
We all of us Gerardos stay as one, and you cannot fucking misspell my name enough to make me want to change it.
Unless you go to Starbucks.
Yeah. Every time I go to Starbucks, even when they ask me for my name, like how to spell it. And then like now I've made a rule with myself, like do not spell it for them. Just fucking deal with it. Like they're going to misspell it anyways. Bro, I spelled the last time I did it, I think we went to that mic. We went to the mic.
Yeah, and I thought it was a joke because, okay, if you guys don't know, you guys need to follow Gerardo. And did you save the stories like a saved section?
No, but they happen all the time. But I should make a highlight.
You should make a highlight because if you follow him like 3 times a week, you'll see his Starbucks order and it's a picture of his name misspelled. And I thought people think it's a joke because it happens so much, but I went with him to Starbucks and I was there with him when he placed the order, and then he brings the cups back and it's spelled like fucking Gerardo.
Yeah, Gerardo with a J, and she asked me to spell it for her. I fucking spelled it for her. She missed one of the R's and put a J. So now I have a rule where it's just like no more spelling at all. Fucking deal with it. My name is Chester, dude.
Yeah, it's like that thing that what's his name, Hassan Minaj did, where he goes to Starbucks and he asks for his name, and then they
bring your mic down. There you
go. They misspell it obviously, but then he goes to another place and he goes, my name's Timothy Chalamet, and they spell it all correctly.
Perfectly.
Like he gives like white like Cersei what's her name, Cersei Ronan or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but he gives like a bunch of like white Hollywood star names that are like complex, and everybody knows how to spell them. Like it's fucking crazy how like people just disrespect brown names.
Yeah,
I still don't know how to spell Channing Tatum.
And you know what? It's not even about the names, dude. I can give a fuck less about my name, all right? But it's about that general feeling that people have towards brown people. Yeah, it's just like they don't. It's a lack of respect. And the last person to misspell my name wrong on a fucking flyer was another Mexican guy, and that shit fucked with me. Like, and then also he wasn't even there, and I wasn't even on the show. And it's like, dog, why do you not communicate with me? And maybe it's a comic thing. Maybe it's a comedian thing where it's like, you're not a good enough comic. You're just some fool that just started this shit. Whatever the feeling really is, I can give a fuck less. I'm another Mexican artist, dude, and show me some respect instead of like begging on your fucking knees for respect for some white fool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think people, yeah, no, I agree.
Myself like
I agree, dude. I think, I don't know. It's like, there's this thing, especially in comedy, where it's like, I want to stay out of politics. I don't want to, be too PC or whatever. Like, everybody wants to stay away from SJW shit. And there's an argument for being overly sensitive about topics. But if you're fucking brown, like, you need to support each other. You don't have to, like, I don't know. I don't respect personally every brown artist. Like, obviously, if you do something that's fucking racist, or like if you say the N-word on stage, automatically I'm writing you off. Like, that's not good. But like, if we're out all here trying to make it, like, we need to be. It's also because it's so competitive for us, because there are so much like limited opportunities that we have. We don't have to, but it's like we are super competitive with each other. And like you said, this is fucking Los Angeles. This is Southern California. We should have the power, and we can have the power if we just fucking support each other.
Yeah. And it's not even like nobody's asking you to like join protests or donate, but just like.
But you should. There's a link below that we're gonna leave.
Oh, you could, but it's like that's not what you have to do. It's just like the bare minimum that you could do to be part of this supportive community is just like not pretend that these things aren't happening, and like, go out of it's not if you're it's only going out of your way because you're not already doing it, but it's not hard to like look for Latino artists, promote them, share them just as much as you would white artists.
And also, to speak to the adversaries in a sense, don't fucking use our days to fucking monetize your own doing, like white people. Frank Castillo shared this one fucking poster for a Cinco de Mayo show where it was all white people on the show. Yeah. But it was like, happy Cinco de Mayo, and let's come drink some Coronas and Modelos. It's like, don't fucking monetize our language to begin with. Like, say it's the 5th of May, food. Don't use Cinco de Mayo on your goddamn.
You already have May the 4th.
It's a Wednesday night, dude.
People are so, I know, and people are so bold about it. Like, could you imagine like them doing that for any other holiday, like St. Patrick's? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, St. Patrick's
Day. Do it then. You have that. Like, and let Mexicans on fucking St. Patrick's Day shows. Let brown people on those shows. That's when you should be doing the opposite. And like, if you're white and your feelings are hurt, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're
I can tell you to eat my dick, dude.
It's like, people are so bold about it. Like, they think. Sorry that this whole episode is yelling, but I hope you guys feel the same way.
It's like, just expression. Like, I'm glad that Ryan expressed himself about this BIPOC situation. Yeah. It's something that I don't experience, but it's something that is true to your experience, especially given its autism and whatnot, and awareness for that thing that you have, And
it's crazy. I didn't know about that either, and I didn't realize too because I follow a few autistic creators, but they're mostly white too. It's like, that's who you get to see. And if I had known there's more prominent, I mean, obviously I should be searching for stuff. But like
that's the thing too, is like, that's what I would tell people when it's like, I'd get really excited when I'd find other like Hispanic BIPOC creators, because it's so hard to find without searching for it. And it's like, what the fuck do you type in a search bar? Like autism Mexican, like that feels weird to put in a search bar. I shouldn't have to do that. They should get just as much, FaceTime as any other creator.
But imagine if you push that in the search bar and you see your face, would you be happy or
that
not?
Would be weird. It just turns on my camera.
They just put up a mirror. Hello.
They just turned your camera on.
That's so funny.
Hey Siri, can you find me a Mexican autistic person?
I'm looking at one.
I'm looking at one right now.
I thought Siri turned on right now. He's sitting to your right. But now it's time for silly.
Okay. Oh man,
what can we be silly about? What, I mean, let's put it to bed. Let's put the conversation to bed for real, though. For real, though.
Yeah.
If you guys are listening and you're not watching, like, send us an email and fucking like chime in on this shit. Like
it's isimopod@gmail.com. So isimopod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And send us an email there. And also, if you have other kind of charitable links, I guess you could say, to further these causes that we're talking about, then send it to us. We don't really have like a fucking team here, so we can't really like look into the validity of these goddamn charities. Don't say goddamn charities, but
it's
we're
gonna do our best not to make a joke. We're gonna do our best. Like I don't know, like this fucking lit something up in me today, and like I really want to follow through on this. Like we'll do our best to find some organizations and like find other people to plug. And like if you are listening to this, go on the YouTube and leave comments. Like go and like. Just to help, like, let's fucking help support each other.
Open a dialogue, dude, and talk to creators that you truly believe in, you know?
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be about color. It doesn't have to be about race. It has to just be about supporting those that do not get supported by the system itself.
That's the biggest thing is, like, I made a comment the other day. We were having a conversation where I'm like, anything that I have a hand in, like a prominent hand where I'm in charge, like, I don't want to work with white people.
Yeah.
Not because, like, I don't want to be racist, but it's like they'll be fine. Like I really believe that they'll be fine, unless it's somebody that I really am friends with. Like I truly believe that they'll be fine, but I want to give opportunities to other people like me, black and brown people, BIPOC, you know, because like we've been on set, like we've worked with a bunch of people, and they do the same. Like white people do that; they hire their friends, and who are their friends? Other white people. Like they're doing it, so we should be doing that too.
DPs are always white, blonde hair, black hair, white people that are given these opportunities
to shoot fucking to hip hop videos and to shoot fucking like Mexican movies. Like it's like you got to go with this white guy, not the guy. But that's who gets the opportunities. That's who's making all this dope shit. And like,
and I don't give a fuck how good your artistic expression is as a DP or anything. If it is a film about Mexican culture, or those aren't even fucking made to begin with, though. They're animated, if anything. But if it's a film that has to do with brown people, and if they are made in the future, they shouldn't be made by a white. And I don't even know who I'm talking to, but it's just like an expression of mine. Like it should be made by an all Latino. Like when has there ever been a film like Güeros probably? But I'm talking about like high production, Warner Brothers, Universal,
none.
It's Paramount, any kind of A24. I think A24 would do it. A24. If you're listening to this podcast right now, fucking make a movie about
and hire
the Mexican
only
experience.
Mexicans.
Yeah. Okay, Ryan, go for it. Sorry.
Latinos.
No, I was gonna say it was going back to something I said earlier. It's like it's also just like, you know, like we said, we're gonna be putting charities and stuff, and that's great. But it's also like to kind of, I'm like stammering.
You're good.
It's also like just be supportive in the sense of like I was talking about comic books I think last time, and a lot of people. I got into an argument with someone on TikTok because they were like, "Well, I'm Mexican, and I never really felt the need to like see a Mexican hero." And it's like, look, you don't have to like every Mexican hero that comes out, but at least acknowledge like how hard it is to get that guy up there. It's incredibly hard, even if it's a character they just changed to Mexican. It's like on The Flash, in the comic, there's a character named The Vibe, and I don't remember when he was invented, but as far as I've known, he's been Latino. He's been Mexican. In the show, he is the last one to get his powers, and like I think within 2 seasons, he immediately gives them up on purpose. Like they took the character's powers away, and he's just back to being the best friend of the superhero. And it's also like not just CW, but to kind of put a little emphasis on them. All 3 of the shows that were by CW, I think except Batwoman, which I don't really watch, so I don't know.
There's a Batwoman show?
Yeah. It was like this universe can't use Batman. There's a whole thing about
Warner Brothers
contract
sorry.
with Batman. But it's like they all had one Mexican character, and they don't really explore his story. The most that they'll explore is they let them, like they'll have an episode where he's having an issue with a family member, and they'll just say the word familia a lot. Like that's it.
Yeah, don't cast fucking...
They don't even let them speak Spanish. They let him speak Spanish like once in the whole show, and then his brother died, so there's literally only one Mexican left.
And then also, Bane was Mexican. Okay, I'm sorry to bring it back to that, but Bane was a Mexican fucking lucha libre fighter.
Dude, the Bane in the video games is fucking dope.
Yes. Why is Bane white?
Yeah. Tom Hardy?
British, out of all things.
Yeah. He already had
Bronson.
Bronson.
His own accent. He made up some weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point?
Wait, what would a Mexican bang sound like?
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Oh, yes, fool.
You don't have to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just
It
want
sounds like me.
dude, you should be Mexican bang.
No, I'm not in
It's
shape.
Bang. Like it's the logo from Orange Bang. It's Mexican Bang.
Bang.
Bang, bang.
Okay, I don't know if you guys have any more to say, but I just want to say one last bit and then I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Is like,
I got
look,
smart. I'm just kidding.
if you're brown and you like anything, find other brown people that do that thing and support them. And if you're brown and you make something, I think this is very important. If you feel that you're not Mexican enough or you're not XYZ enough, keep fucking making it and keep doing it because your work is Mexican because you're Mexican. It's Mexican art because that's who you are. And don't fucking let anybody take that away from you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it.
And if you disagree with any of the points we made here today, then
You're
go ahead
right.
and comment.
Yeah, comment, drive
We'll
up
just
our...
delete them. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
We're alienating our audience with our fucking intense views. No,
Why is it
dude.
gotta be aliens?
I don't know if you can relate to this, Gerardo, but I want to put the question out if this happened, because I know it happened to you. Was there a time when you were a kid where you realized you were Mexican?
Calling me out, okay.
No, I'm calling myself out too. I never, his moment happened right in front of me and I didn't say anything. I just laughed at him like, you're stupid. But okay, so
tell me about a time where you felt you were Mexican as a kid.
No.
No, so if I can I'll use my story.
Okay, go for
reference. I grew up in a predominantly Mexican neighborhood, went to a school that was predominantly Mexican students. It was like my classroom was predominantly Mexican. And so I grew up just thinking that people just knew Spanish secondhand and I would learn it when I was an adult.
Yeah.
So it sounds silly, but because it was never introduced as a concept like outright, I never understood that I myself was Mexican until somebody told me I was. But it's also like, before you laugh too hard, I'm autistic, so be careful. Oh, shit. No, but it's like, I didn't understand the social cue. Oh, I wonder why. No, but it's like, I didn't know. And it sounds silly, but it's also like, I'm not, I know that I'm not the only kid that's like I've met other kids that like, not that they didn't know, but it's like it didn't hit them that they were Hispanic until they were older.
Yeah. I didn't know until I was like 6. Like 5 or 6. Like I literally had the thought like, oh shit, I think I'm Mexican.
Like you're not born knowing that everyone's like, if it's a different color, that means something.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't remember what happened, but there was a moment where I was like, oh shit, I'm Mexican.
There was a time when I was in 5th grade, I would always wear hats because I had manchas, which are skin spots on your skin.
Yeah.
So I would be brown and then white spot. I was a lot darker as a kid too because I was always outside. I'll be brown with white spots in my face. And then Mr. Garibaldo, never fucking forget his name, walked up to me and grabbed my hat and he's like, "You think you're allowed to fucking wear this?" And like pissed at me. And I was like, "I have manchas on my face, And he was like, he's put his hand on my head and was like pushed me away. He was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What was the hat?
It was just a hat. It was just like a regular hat because I was trying to protect the sun from hitting my skin.
And
Did
then
it
we
have
find out
fuck
he, like,
Mr.
didn't even work
Garibaldo on it? Like, what the fuck?
When did you find out he doesn't even work there?
He doesn't even go to school there. How often do you guys go to taco trucks?
I mean, right now, I honestly don't often, but I order like from Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
But not taco trucks right now.
Dude, so I go to a taco truck frequently next to my girlfriend's house. And every time I go there, I get a carnitas burrito.
Nice.
With everything and cheese. Now, ever since I started adding the cheese into the mix, the burrito, whenever I get the burrito, is fucking covered in beans. The outside of the burrito is covered in fucking beans.
What?
Yeah. It's fucking gross. So yesterday I did something. I went to this fucking taco truck. The carnitas are way too good to go anywhere else, basically. That's why. Yeah. And so when I went to the taco truck yesterday, I told them carnitas burrito with no beans. And it was still covered in beans. I'm just kidding. It wasn't covered in beans.
They just gave you a can of beans.
They just wrapped a can of beans in a tortilla? Chew on this, fool.
No, but it was
Fuck
so
your
weird
cheese.
because we would always get 2 burritos. It's me and my girlfriend, right? And she gets beans too.
Yeah.
Every time my burrito would be fucking rolled in beans. Literally, like they just fucking put it in beans and rolled
The outside was beans?
The outside was covered in beans. So like there would be the outside of the burrito, inside the foil. So when you take the foil out, it's just like fucking nasty, soggy ass beans all over it.
And your girlfriend?
It's the best burrito of all time.
They have a crush on your girlfriend.
I wouldn't doubt it. She's fucking cute.
I haven't seen what she looks like.
Really?
No, the few times that I've seen her, it's been in the dark and I have terrible vision.
Oh.
We went through this at the beginning. We're both blind.
Yeah.
I've never even seen her, even if I've seen her. No, legit, like, if I don't look at someone in the face, I have no idea what they look like for, like, months.
Yeah.
I have no idea what my roommate looks like. And it's been a year and a half.
Dude,
Isn't your roommate your mom? I'm just kidding.
No, I live with other people.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I bet you they have a crush and they just don't like that you're with her. And they don't like that you put cheese in your burrito.
Yeah, they're for lack of a better word, putos. They're fucking assholes. No, but I did get it with no beans yesterday, and it was a good burrito. And it's even better without beans. So every time I go
no
down,
beans, and they were like, "Fuck."
Yeah, for reals. That's hilarious. But anyways, that was my story for the week. That was last night. And you know what? I am a pocho, dude. I don't know fucking Spanish, dude. But I am learning like insanely a lot. I'm learning an insane amount of Spanish, and I'm getting way better.
You're getting really good at it. Like, I need to learn more, but every time you speak Spanish,
I feel like you're going to be like, I know how to get to the library.
I like going to the library, and I like reading books, and
I know where the bathrooms are and the trash can.
Dude, I fucking hate. I don't know. I know that, like,
I know how to say what's up.
Another thing that's been a thing, I don't know if it's just been like subtle, so I just didn't realize it because I am autistic. But I've never really had to, like, I've never, as far as I can tell, until I was an adult, had to face like a specific kind of adversity. Like, I think the most like racist thing a white person's ever done to me personally, like directly, is a white dude thought I was a janitor. We worked at a warehouse, like a small warehouse in a big building, where other businesses were working below and above us, and he saw me taking the trash from my store out to the can, and so he's like, "Hey man, when you get done, can you drop by floor 3, room da 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 da? We got a ton of stuff backed up because nobody's been picking it up." And it was like, I don't work for you. I work for. I was like, I'm not a janitor. I'm just taking out the trash for my business. And he's like, oh, we have to take it out ourselves? And I was like, fucking yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We have to take it out ourselves? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude? Take out your goddamn...
And that guy, like, was like 80s white. Like, he had a pink polo shirt with the collar up. It was fucking ridiculous.
Dude.
I said silly stories. Now I'm sad again, dude.
That dude's silly.
That guy's a silly guy.
You didn't say it's silly. You said it's sad.
One time
I was taking out the trash.
Yeah, dude, I hate that. It's fucking crazy.
That has been episode 2 of Isimo. Film-Isimo, I think. Film-Isimo.
Yeah, Film-Isimo, I think is good.
But thank you very much for watching. My name is Gerardo.
I'm Dominic.
I'm Ryan.
And their names are Dominic Angel and Ryan Reyes, and my name is Gerardo Alarcon. I said say your last name.
No, you didn't.
I'm just kidding.
You said I'm Gerardo. Let's take it again. Let's do one more.
No.
Maybe don't giggle at my name.
His name is Ryan with an I. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you're watching this far, and we love you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll make a Patreon eventually. We'll have fucking everything at your fingertips. Follow us on Instagram at IsimopOd, ISIMOPOD, and email us at isimopod@gmail.com. And give us stuff to talk about. We have a list of different subjects, but we will prioritize yours if you talk to us. So
We want friends.
Yeah, we need friends. We don't have any friends.
Yeah.
We don't count. We know each other
Yeah, we know each other
already.
We're hardly even friends. I'm technically their brother too. Imagine me all sad and shit for being your brother. But thank you very much and enjoy your days.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good one.
Bye.